So who would create God so that God can create universe?
Maybe a second God. God.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Whenever you try to use the cosmological argument to prove to atheists that God exists, they respond with the question that if everything that exists requires a creator, then who created God? How would you respond to that?
There are two types of existences. One is contingent existence and one is necessary existence. Contingent existence means that you need some other cause, some other reason to come into existence, and you need other things to keep existing. For example, parents, offsprings, food, water, and air. Now, on the other hand, necessary existence means that your existence does not depend upon anybody or anything else. So, necessary existence is timeless, spaceless, and immaterial. And there is only one necessary existence, and that is God.
Okay, so every being must be either contingent or necessary, and since every being cannot be contingent, it follows that there must be a necessary existence which all the contingent beings rely and depend upon.
Yes, that's right. Contingent existence, universe and everything inside it has got contingent existence. It depends upon necessary existence to come into existence. Necessary existence is only God, therefore it can be concluded that God created the universe.
My question is then, how can you prove that God is uncreated?
Well, if the atheist says and insists that God also has contingent existence, okay, let's assume for the sake of argument that existence of God is also contingent. So the God that created the universe, if that God's existence is contingent, it means that God needs to be created. So imagine there's no universe, there's no God because God needs to be created. So who would create God so that God can create universe?
Maybe a second God, God number two.
God number two. That's fine, but God number two does not exist as well. So who would create God number two then?
A third God, God number three.
Third number. So God number three does not exist either. So if you keep on going back to to infinite regress, none of the gods exist because all the gods have got contingent existence. They need somebody else to create them. So if gods have contingent existence, gods cannot exist, universe cannot exist, nothing will exist. But does the universe exist?
Yeah.
It exists. It means that God that created the universe does not have a contingent existence, but it has necessary existence. That's why everybody and all universe exists.
In the Quran, in Surah Ikhlas, it describes Allah as being a Samad, which means the self-sufficient. So by definition, he cannot be dependent or contingent on any other being if he's self-sufficient. And it goes on straight after that to say that he does not beget, nor was he begotten, which follows on from that, because if he was begotten, he would depend on someone else for his existence, whoever begot him. And then it finishes off by saying that there's none comparable to him. So he's the only one with necessary existence, and every other being must not have the trait of necessary existence.
Well, this contingency argument settles another issue. Some people claim that Jesus is God, and over here we've seen that. By the way, what's the name of the mother of Jesus?
Mary.
Mary. Okay, so Jesus depended upon his mother to get birth. Existence of Jesus is contingent, not necessary. It means that Jesus is not God.